in our Germantown show ring. This beautifully matched 8-horse team from Anheuser-Busch Brewery is driven by Manny Raber, who is assisted by Lauren Kanoki. They make it look so easy to handle this hitch. Holding 4 pair of reins laced through the fingers of each hand, giving the driver total control and individual control of each horse. Now there's 4 hitches in this team. Each pair of the 8-horse hitch has a specific job to perform. Now there's 4 pairs. We've got the lead team first, then the swing horses, then the body horses, then the wheel horses. Now the lead team are the smallest in the hitch. That's because they're more active and have to cover the most territory in a turn and do it in the fastest time. The second pair, the swing horses. They're slightly larger than the lead horses, but just as agile and active because of the area they have to cover in making a turn. The third pair is the body horses. They're slightly larger than the swing pair because they have to help pull more of the load. Then the pair closest to the wagon, you'll notice, they're the largest. They're the wheel horses. They have to hold the wagon back while the other horses make the turn. These horses make it possible for the hitch to make a 90-degree turn. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the driver is guiding the hitch into a figure 8. In performing this maneuver, the driver controls each pair of horses individually, starting them into the turn at different times. You'll notice all the reins he has in his hand. That gives him individual control of each of these pairs, and he needs it right now. He starts the lead horses turning in the direction of the first loop at the figure 8. At the same time he turns the lead horses in that direction, he turns the next pair, the swing horses, slightly in the opposite direction and brings them around behind the lead pair. The body horses, the third pair in the hitch, are gradually brought into the turn, and finally the wheel horses make their move, turning the wagon with them. Having made the first loop of the figure 8, they then reverse the procedure, turning in the opposite direction to complete the maneuver. Once again, he guides each pair of horses separately into their turn. If the driver guided only the lead pair, they could come around too fast and possibly cause the hitch to be tangled up with the wagon. And let me tell you, when you're carrying a load of Anheuser-Busch, you don't want to overturn that wagon. The Clydesdales are extremely intelligent, beautifully mannered, and trained to perfection. They're also exceptionally gentle, despite the fact that they dwarf ordinary horses in size. The average age of these Clydesdales is from 4 to 9 years. Their average height is 18 hands, or 6 feet at shoulder height. The average weight of a Clydesdale is 2,000 pounds. Watch how easily they pull this wagon, ladies and gentlemen. They make it look just like a toy. Would you believe that the wagon weighs 3 1/2 tons? Each Clydesdale shoe is made from a piece of steel 22 inches long and 1.5 inches wide. Each shoe weighs almost 4 pounds. Now, if you're thinking about getting your own Clydesdale hitch, let me tell you, just the harness will cost you well over $70,000. Right now, their mascot, Doc, takes his position on top of the load, and he's going to oversee this next operation. Ladies and gentlemen, the driver is going to simulate the days of old when hitches were used to make deliveries and had to back up to loading docks. He pulls his wagon up to the position he will have on the dock. He then swings the horses around so that the wagon is perpendicular to the dock. Once the wagon is in position for loading and unloading, watch as the driver will swing the complete 8-horse hitch 90 degrees, a maneuver he would have to do to clear the street for traffic. How about that? and gentlemen, you know you've got to be prepared for anything. The Budweiser Clydesdales always have been and continue to be trained in that fashion. They're now going to simulate clearing a dock space for another wagon to move in by swinging the entire hitch 180 degrees, facing them in the opposite position, and they're going to do it without moving the wagon. Now look at old Doc up there, just kind of stretch it out. He's not at all worried about it. He's not worried a bit that they're going to upset his resting spot. How about that? All right, Doc, go back into your seat. Now, Doc is the official mascot of the hitch. He goes everywhere they go, and that takes Doc about 30,000 miles a year. When on the road, ladies and gentlemen, the Budweiser Clydesdales travel as a caravan in 3 large, specially built vans, each van 40 feet long and 8 feet wide. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a high spot of a bygone year. The Budweiser Clydesdales in all their glory, and here in Germantown, Tennessee. Just the way your grandparents will remember them. And now we've made some memories for us tonight here in Germantown. Ladies and gentlemen, world-renowned, let them know how great of a crowd we have here in Germantown. Please give a big round of applause to the Budweiser Clydesdales. Well, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to stop the hitch. And we're going to make a special presentation. The Budweiser Clydesdales, Queen Casey Ann Wynn, and our Master of Trophy and Ribbons, Lee McIntyre, will make this presentation. Now, I told you that with the Budweiser Clydesdales, this is making memories for all of us here in Germantown. And Lee McIntyre remembers when he was 5 years old, the last time the Clydesdales came to Germantown. Well, Lee's a little older now, but he's proud to share this memory with a younger generation. There's some 5-year-olds out there tonight who will remember these Budweiser Clydesdales for years to come. And if they're as lucky as Lee, they're going to get to jump up there and ride them out one day, too. Ladies and gentlemen, our Master of Trophy and Ribbons, Lee McIntyre, joins our Budweiser Clydesdale team, our driver, Manny Rayburn, assistant, Lauren Kanoki. Ladies and gentlemen, one final wave to them and a final round of applause. Thank them for being here at Germantown this year. tonight. 10 entries to answer the gate call for their class tonight.